What is going on, guys? I am the John Gasm, and I am coming at you today with another episode of Secrets of Cinema. Today, I'm sharing with you 10 things that you probably never knew about Monsters, Inc. Like most of the movies that I talk about in this series, Monsters, Inc. originally had a completely different plot line. It actually had a couple. For example, in a very early version of the film, Sully was not going to be a monster who scared the children, but instead just a regular worker named Johnson. He was also not going to have blue fur, but brown. Mike Wazowski was going to be the assistant of Randall, who was originally named Ned in the first version. In another version of the movie, Sully was going to be Randall's assistant, and he was going to be named Barrymore. And actually, the monster named George Sanderson, who was the one who kept coming back with like socks stuck in his fur and the code 2139's getting called, he was actually going to be the protagonist, and the story was that he was a bumbling, inept monster who couldn't scare anybody until a little girl that he was supposed to scare, who had kind of been toughened up by her older brothers, taught him how to scare people. Also in early versions of the movie, Boo was going to be 6 years old, but they decided to make her younger so she was more dependent on Sully. Mary Gibbs, the actress who played Boo, was so young at the time that the studio found it difficult to get her to stand in a recording booth and act out all of her lines. So to fix this, the studio had people follow Mary around with a microphone and just record what she said while she played and cut that in as Boo's dialogue. And actually, I never knew this, but Boo's real name is Mary, and she's named after the actress who played her. That's probably my favorite fact that I've got for you guys today. Sorry I didn't save it until the end. The next fact I'm sharing, just to show you guys once more how much effort goes into these Disney films. Every single one of Sully's 2.3 million hair strands was animated individually. Because of this, it took 11 to 12 hours on average to render a single frame that had Sully in it. You guys may remember me telling you in another Secrets of Cinema that Billy Crystal turned down a role in Toy Story, and he later went on to say that that was one of the biggest regrets of his career. It's because of this that Pixar offered him the role of Mike Wazowski. A bit of trivia I thought was pretty funny was that it got leaked that the very first trailer for Star Wars Episode 2, Attack of the Clones, was going to be shown before this movie. Because of this, hundreds and hundreds of Star Wars fans who had no interest in Monsters, Inc. bought the tickets just to see that trailer, and reportedly the majority of them left right after. Something I've always loved about Disney Pixar films is how often they self-reference and bring parts of other movies together. For example, and this is probably something you guys noticed, when Sully brings Boo back to her bedroom, she asks him to play with a Jessie Cowgirl doll from Toy Story, a Nemo fish from Finding Nemo, which hadn't even been released at that point, and the classic Pixar ball. Because I already shared with you guys my favorite fact of the movie, I figure I'll just end this with my second favorite. Bob Peterson, the guy who voiced Roz, the Green Secretary, was originally just supposed to be the temporary voice for the character. But because the nasally sing-song voice proved to be such a success, they decided to keep it in for the final film. And that, you guys, was 10 facts that you never knew about Monsters, Inc. Thank you so much for watching. As always, if you're feeling like being generous, make sure you hit that rate button with a big fat thumbs up. Leave me a comment with your thoughts in the comment section down below. Hit that share button down below if you know anybody else who might be interested in hearing this trivia. And per usual, the links to my social media accounts are in the description down below. Go give those a like or follow if you're feeling like being a super fan. But as I always say, you guys, whether you do all of that or none of it at all, I just want to say thank you so much for watching this video, and stay fresh.